Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Hermit Skies. In the last episode, we created this little thing over here, which is a HDPE pellet creator, which they go into this deep storage unit. We then compress those into HDPE sheets, and we then turn those into a transmutation table, and then into the transmutation tablet, which we may or may not use today. It depends on how quickly we can do things, but we do have one use for one of those items in the future. But basically what I want to do today is I have gotten on my other monitor a notepad filled with all the quests that we have yet to do, and then sort of basically the materials that we're going to need for those. So the plan is I have not many actually to do when you think about it. I have the Project Evolution questline to finish. I have the Draconic Re-Evolution questline to finish. I have some of the End.io questline to finish. And then I've got Generation, which is Draconic Solar Array, Chaotic Solar Array, and the Reactor Upgraded, which we're not actually going to make one. We're just going to make the items. What on earth is this over here? In however many episodes we've had, I've never ever seen this item, or this thing over here. I guess my render distance maybe wasn't high enough? Or maybe I don't know why I've never seen that. I don't think it generated recently. I don't think there's any pack updates since the last episode, so I don't know why that would be a thing. But nonetheless, yeah, so we have those to do, and I'm going to be starting with the Draconic Re-Evolution, because we don't actually have that many to do. The lowest amount is the Energistics, not the Energistics, sorry, the Generation one. However, to actually do Chaotic Solar Array, I have to finish Draconic Re-Evolution, so I'm starting here first, and we only have 4 to do compared to 3 over here. One of those is super easy to finish, which is the cores, and then this one is only the most difficult one out of all these. So in order for everything to get done and the maximum amount of chaotic fusion injectors that I'm going to need to upgrade these two, I'm actually going to need 11 in total. Not for an item we're particularly going to guarantee make, but it's just in case we ever do. So I need 11 in total, so I have 9, 10, 11 here perfectly fine already. The only issue is that I'm going to need some of these to create some of these, so hopefully we have enough for that and I don't have to make some spares. But I'm going to start with first upgrading the Wyvern Flux Capacitor, since it's at the top of my list, to a Draconic Flux Capacitor, and hopefully everything in here should be fine. So we obviously need the Wyvern Flux Capacitor. In fact, let's look up Draconic Evolution. There we are. So it's just this item over here. We're going to need a Wyvern Flux Capacitor, some Awakened Draconian Blocks, some Awakened Cores, and Draconic Energy Cores, which in themselves are going to require some Awakened Cores. So we're going to need a lot of items. So Wyvern Energy Core, or Wyvern Flux Capacitor, sorted already. We're going to need some Awakened Draconian Blocks, which I've made a crafting recipe for now, so that should be super quick in making those. And we're going to do these bit by bit because I am worried about messing up my numbers, which I'm very good at. So I as I said, I have the list. I'm just gonna get everything together, I think, not to bore you or anything, and then we'll start making the Draconic Flux Capacitor, which will take a while as well because of the fusion crafting, and I guess whilst those are crafting, we'll get everything together for the Chaotic Fusion crafting injectors, which we are also going to make after this. So these are all crafted up now. The Draconic Energy Cores are here. We should now have everything ready, and we're doing this whilst we wait for everything that we are making for the Chaotic Fusion crafting injectors. Currently we are making 2,200 Draconic Cores. We've got enough resources, it's just going to take a very long time. We need, 2,200 of those, 880 Draconic blocks, 880 Nether Stars, 440 Emerald blocks to make 440 Wyvern Cores, and then making 88 Awakened Cores to make 22 Chaotic Cores. A lot's going on right now, but we should hopefully be able to do this now. We just need to throw this Wyvern Flux Capacitor in there. It's going to lose all its charge, it looks like, which is a little bit upsetting, but what we will do is just throw it into this thing, and that'll charge up very quickly. So we'll have 256 million RF, and I'm pretty sure we can actually upgrade it with the upgrade key. Here it is. Yeah, so if we wanted to, we could get another Chaotic Core and upgrade that to 768 million RF if we wanted to. I don't think there's going to be too much need to, but we will see what we'll do though now is we want to charge armor and held items. There we are. That is now done, and we are still waiting on the Draconic Cores, so those are going to be a while because again I have to make 440 Wyvern Cores, and then those will be turned into 88 Awakened Cores, so it is going to take a while. In fact, actually, I think there's a few in here that we could maybe have used. Yeah, 92 Wyvern Cores in here and 144 Draconic Cores. I wonder if that will be worth sort of working with and doing. Maybe so, but I'm not sure. Either way, they're all being crafted up, you know. The only annoying thing is how long it takes for these cores to actually craft. And because we're making so many, we can't actually throw everything in there and leave it. We're going to have to kind of babysit it because these obviously will only hold a stack of items. And if we have to make 440 of them, that's well over a stack of items. So about 3 hours later, and we are now ready to start crafting up the chaotic fusion crafting injectors that we are going to need. It's going to total up to 11. That is the total we're ever going to need in terms of the chaotic ones. However, in order to create the chaotic cores that we needed, we actually had to have 14 of the Draconic version. So I've had to create 3 extras on top of the ones we normally had, which I've actually nabbed from these extra 2 sets I had here, making the Wyvern cores because they only require basic fusion crafting injectors, and it was just quicker making it do it 3 times as fast in theory rather than just doing them one at a time on a slightly more expensive setup. So those are all ready to go. We are going to need quite a lot of stuff, so let's grab those. We're going to need 11 of these in total. However, we're going to be starting with the chaotic cores, which are going to need the 14. So for the chaotic cores, we are going to need a total of 111 of these lovely things. So 15 of these can disappear from our inventory. We don't need those. I'm probably going to have to pick up some more because I've actually realized I thought it was 100. It's actually 110. So I apparently can't do math and have possibly ruined my math, which is always good. So that is going to be set up for there. We got the 22 separate. That is fine. We're going to need some awakened cores, which we made 88 of those. We're going to need the 132 awakened draconian blocks, which is all going to work out hopefully well. And then this is us getting ready. So we'll pop the 22 in here for the moment so we don't mix any up. And we'll have a look at chaotic cores. So we have 4 of the regular chaos shards. So we'll do this to get 22. We'll do that and that to do exactly the same thing for the awakened cores. And lastly, for the awakened draconium, we are actually going to need more than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we will get that. And how are we going to split this up? Basically, we just need to get to 22. That's really how this works. As long as we get to 22, we are good. So that all works. So let's get our independent things that we need. So everything is in. So 4 of those, 4 of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And whilst these are crafting, you may have noticed I've added a bunch of solar panels. The reason for this is actually because every single awakened core requires 90 million RF, and this big reactor really couldn't keep up with that. So I've had to add a bunch of solar panel tier 8s, which I've realized in comparison to the next 2 tiers are really not that great. So we definitely need to think about upgrading somewhat soon, except these do have EMC values, so we can just create a bunch of them if we wanted to, unlike the next 2 tiers. But these are going to be starting crafting now. Chaotic cores require 1.4 billion RF, I think that is, so we definitely going to need these. Because each of them have about 100 million RF, and I'm worried about this whole thing. In fact, is there a way, maybe we need the Yeta wrench? I want to see an IO. There is no IO, apparently. So we're going to output, and then we want to put input, I guess, and then possibly input over here. I guess we're keeping like level enough where it's inputting, but it's also, you know, we're not pulling out more than we're putting in, so I guess it's never going fully down. Oh, no, we can slightly see it. We can slightly see it for a moment. Maybe we need to just add more capacitor banks. That could be a thing. Should we do that? Maybe. All right, either way, this is going to be a very long time. As I said, it took about 3 hours for me to get the, you know, 440 Wyvern cores and then the 88 awakened cores and everything sorted. So hopefully it doesn't take too long to get 22 chaotic cores. However, they do require a lot more energy. And yeah, but we've created 1, so I guess we can at least complete the quest. There we are. Quest completed. Okay, so the chaotic cores are now finished with, so there's 22 of those all ready to go back into our AE system. Actually, they're not going back in our AE system because we need to use them. So let's get our nether stars together. We need 44, so I've been using some of them, so we're going to need, what, 12 more is that? Yep, that should be correct. Let's go get those quickly. 44, perfect. We're going to need some dragon eggs, 11 of those in total, so that should be fine. We're going to need the chaos shards, some 11 of those, so 1, 2, 3, 4 of those remaining, which is a little bit annoying, but I guess we'll just use those on the chaotic solar panels because I only need 1 for that, so I can make 4 sets and it's perfect. I think it's like, that'll be 12 chaotic solar panels then. That'll be perfect for us. Then all we need is the 22 chaotic cores, and that actually should be it, other than obviously picking up these every so often. So we're going to start over here, and what we all should have to do is we're going to have to split these up, so 11 in each of these, so 4 of those, and then 2 of those. And there we are. So it's going to take a little while. If we go back to Draconic Evolution, that's going to take 100, actually it's not that bad, 184 million RF for those, but we are going to have to keep an eye on them, because actually what we can do is, for the moment, we can take all these and put those in there, so at least we have some crafting. And something I've been doing in the background as well is, whilst those were crafting, because they took so long to do, I've been getting everything together for the Staff of Power, which is another quest that we have to do for this. In fact, it's actually one of the last quests we will have to do for the Draconic Evolution. So we'll have the Chaotic Fusion crafting, which we're doing now, and then the I Have Power, which is make the Draconic Stuff of Power, which is in turn going to mean we have to do another quest, but, well, another few quests, but we'll get around to it. So, looking at the Stuff of Power, we need 27 Awakened Draconium Ingots, 2 Draconic Evolution, or Energy Cores, 3 Awakened Cores, Flux Infused Axe, Pickaxe, and Sword, the Atomic Disassembler, the Ender, Dark Pick and Axe, Draconic Pickaxe, Draconic Axe, and Draconic Sword. And the final thing that we're going to have to get after that is the Red Morning Star, which is a combination of the Red Matter Hammer, Pick, and Shovel into there. So there is a quest to make the Red Matter Pick, there is also a quest to make the Red Morning Star and the Red Guitar, but we won't worry about the Red Guitar for the moment. We'll just do the Red Morning Star to make the Staff of Power, and that'll be it for this episode, because it's taken me quite a long time, even if the time in the video hasn't shown that. So in total, we're going to need 6, 7, 8. Let's look at Morning Star. Be quicker. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 red matter. So let's see how long it would take to craft up 12 red matter. Hopefully not too long, because we did have a few Aeternius fuel spare. So looking at that, it's going to have to craft up some Aeternius fuel, which is, I guess, all right. That's only going to take a few minutes. And then how much dark matter are we going to need? So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, 10. 10 dark matter afterwards. So we'll make the 12 of these first. It's going to take a while with the coal. I might EMC some Aeternius fuel up. So Aeternius fuel, we'll just craft 1 up, and then I'm going to get some like nether star blocks, like 2 stacks of them. We'll throw that in there, and then that should just hold us out for quite a long time, hopefully. I know it'd probably be better just to transfer it all into dark matter, but you know, I like the crafting aspect still, I guess, of it being there. Plus we need it for the red matter if we ever craft up to that, so it's always nice to have enough of it. That is going to be far too much for us to worry about for the moment, so we will get that all later through like an import bus or something. So red matter, how much was it again? It was 12. How much have we got? We've got 9, so we need 3 more. That should be very quick. And then we're going to need dark matter, which is going to be 10 of those. And then a lot of diamonds, pretty much. So make the hammer, the pick, and finally the shovel. Perfect. So they're all in our inventory. So if they were for the quest, they would be used, but they aren't actually required for the quest. That one is though, so we will actually get the red matter pick out. Yep, Philosopher's pick. And then 6 of those. Perfect. red morning star is now done. So whilst these are still crafting in the background, in fact, are they done? Looks like they are, so we can switch out these. Oh, that's actually going to hold their contents, isn't it? So we need to pick up the contents of all. That is slightly frustrating. Piston. I'm going to need a regular piston. I don't have any wood. How do I not have any wood? Rubber wood. Do that. That should work, right? Yeah, that's fine. And then we need a lever. There we are. Oh, it's next to the redstone clock anyway, so that was perfect. We didn't even need the lever. So that should be that. We're going to replace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 1, 2, 3. They look pretty cool, actually, if I am being honest. So 5 more can go in here. We're going to have to split this up into 6s. We'll mainly try and stay with the ones that are chaotic already, so we don't have to take too much out, but we do have to deal with it slightly being annoying. But those are all sorted, and that quest also should have completed. But what we can do now is we will grab everything out of here, which should in turn allow us to just go into here and Staff of Power. We hopefully... The Ender. Why do you have to be so awkward? Or does it have to be a crafted Ender? Is it maybe because I got empowered on it from... That might be it. Let's just grab a regular Ender. Hopefully that works. I think it's because I got it from the... with empowered on it already. Looks like it. So, Draconic Staff of Power. There we are. So, it's amazing how quickly these things charge up when you got them in your hand compared to just passively. But that is the Draconic Staff of Power. I can't remember what key I had for... Yep, looks like I found it. So attack radius, AoE safe damage, dig AoE, dig speed multiplier. So you can use this to attack and also kill, or attack and mine. It's pretty cool, I guess. If we want to, we can always upgrade it with some upgrade keys. I think we will eventually do the Draconic one because that will be quite nice to have just a bunch of stuff in there, I guess. It's like 3 times the amount in there, isn't it? Or something like that. But for now, we're just going to worry about these being crafted. And as soon as these are all crafted, I think that's actually going to be it for... yeah, this area is now done. Most of this is done. We have a few more quests. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. And then a few more in Generation. And then the Ender one. So I think we'll do Project Evolution next episode. And then we'll have a final episode probably where we just do the Ender IO stuff. And finish off with the Generation one as well. So as soon as it's done, then that'll be us ready and sorted. So it's going to be 1 extra, I think. I think we had 6. So I'm going to have to get rid of 1 nether star and put it in the center probably. And then just probably have to deal with that. Yep. So looks like that is the case. So we'll do that, that, and then that. And that should be our final one. That should be 11 in total. So 9, yeah. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that will make sense. So what we can do is just do that one. And that one for the moment, we'll get rid of these 2 or 3 bits of cryo-stabilized flux duct because we don't need it for the moment. And then as soon as this is charged up, which luckily doesn't take too long, we can get rid of these 3. And I guess at some point we might think about upgrading those, but for the moment we are cool with it. I guess it would possibly be worth doing just so we have faster chaotic core crafting, but I don't think other than really this recipe and possibly the chaotic solar panels, there's much need for them, because if we right click, we can do stabilized mob spawner, we can do a lot of recipes that aren't in the mod pack, and yeah, so we can upgrade the Draconic Flux Capacitor, which we will want to do, so that requires 1, and then upgrading this, and then Book of Knowledge, or Tome of Knowledge. We will need that then, we need another one, and I guess we could do reactor stabilizers, but I'm not going to worry about that too much because I'm pretty happy with our power situation and power holding. So yeah, we will have to get at least 1 more, 2 more if we want to upgrade our flux capacitor, just for the sake of the Tome of Knowledge, which we want for the transmutation table. But either way, though, that's going to be it for this episode. It's been a long time. It's taken me ages to actually get to this point. It's taken me like 6 hours in total, I think, since the first clip on and off. So, yeah. Takes a while to craft a lot of these things together. I should have probably been doing them in the background during other episodes, but I didn't realize I should have been doing that. But nonetheless, that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.